burst into laughter at that statement. "Oh, you're funny." He turned around and looked deeply into her eyes. "I would love to come with you." He paused a few seconds before saying the word "you." He was so pleased with himself for coming on this trip. "This second date is taking longer than I expected," he said, and they both burst out in laughter. Every now and then he would steal pleased glances at her. He couldn't stop himself. She was so beautiful. After dinner, overlooking a beautiful view in Abuja, she was exhausted and wanted to turn in. "Can I walk you to your room?" Marcus asked. Kabuki smiled shyly and replied, "Yes, you have to." She laughed, albeit nervously. When they got to her door, things felt a little awkward. He smiled at her once more and asked, "So we're going to Ghana tomorrow, right?" "Yes. Yes, we are," she answered excitedly. "Yes, we are," he said quietly. He looked at her for the longest time. She could see his jawline bulging as he ground his teeth. He looked down at his feet and shoved them nervously. "So, I think this is good night, and see you in the morning." He looked up into her eyes again and smiled. "Yes, it is," she agreed, but neither of them moved. They kept staring at each other. He leaned forward a bit, touched her eye, and her eyelids fluttered. She parted her lips slightly. He stopped right in front of her face, his jawline bulging faster than a rabbit artery. He shoved his hands into his pocket and gave her a lingering kiss on her cheeks. She could feel his light stubble, and his stomach was a mess of flutter and knots. His lips felt so good on the skin. It took all of her not to turn and angle her head so she could taste him. He lifted his head slowly and whispered, "See you tomorrow." His voice had gotten hoarse all of a sudden, and he cleared his throat as he stepped back. She whispered, "Yes. See you tomorrow, sweet dreams." She practically ran into her room before she did something foolish. When she closed the door, she leaned against it so the door would absorb her weak knees. She psyched herself to get over her flutters. He asked for friendship, and she couldn't expect more. But a part of her argued that he flew all the way to Nigeria to spend a day with her, and they're going to Ghana together. Surely regular platonic friends don't do that. He must feel something. The way he looked at her and his lips lingered on her cheeks. She felt so giddy and excited thinking about his lips. While she went through a multitude of feelings as she got ready for bed, Marcus stood behind her door, with his hands in his hair. Why did he give her a peg? He could be in that room with her right now. Why does he do the most mundane things around her? He considered knocking on her door and asking if he could spend the night, but changed his mind. He placed his palm on her door for a few seconds and then headed to his room on the other side of the hotel. In the morning, they met at the reception and checked out together. They headed to the airport on the same bus, enjoying delicious Nigerian street snacks like plantain chips on the way. When they got to Ghana, she arranged a tour of the Twin Booty waterfalls, and they went for a swim. He had never felt so exhilarated. They drove back to Accra and spent the entire day drinking iced tea and sharing personal travel experiences. "This is the best date I've ever been on," Kabuki said. "Next time we'll go somewhere else," Marcus promised. "I have another trip coming up soon if you want to show up by surprise," Kabuki joked. They both burst into laughter, and then he stopped and looked at her so longingly. "I will come wherever you are," he said coyly. "I will like that," she responded. His jaw was doing that bulging thing again, and he was looking at her like he did at the hotel in Abuja. "So, what should we do tonight?" he asked. She smiled shyly. "Well, Accra has a bustling nightlife. We can go dancing if you like." He cleared his throat quickly and leaned back. I would love to go dancing with you, Kabuki. The end.